Welcome to the London Youth Express. I am Renata Leuffen, and today we want to talk about our schools must become places of love, healing and growth. This is part of our series on the new curriculum. We need a new curriculum. We need a new humanity that is liberated, free, happy, productive, non-violent, inspired, and that moves life on this planet forward and upwards into greater and greater dimensions of prosperity and of happiness and of achievement for everyone. Our schools are currently dark places, places which have often the atmosphere of a prison and not of an educational institution. We have created institutions that may serve our own opinions, but that do not really fulfill the needs of our children. Most schools are actually quite depressive, and what's happening in these schools could be described as quite worrying. Our schools must become places of healing, because so many school children are traumatized from their home environments, from the things that they've experienced, and from the bleak ways in which their lives have been going on. Our children need healing, emotional healing. They need encouragement, they need motivation, they need to be built up. Our schools need also to become places of love. Places of love where every child is accepted, where no child is bullied. Places where diversity is honored and encouraged. Places where the children feel that they are wanted, that they are loved, that they are special, that they have a destiny, that they have something, a gift, a talent, a beautiful smile, and that is good and that is positive. Our schools should not remain places of punishment and of unfair selection and deselection. Our schools must become places of growth, places where young people grow. They grow in knowledge, they grow in self-knowledge, they grow in realization, they grow in understanding that a society is composed of people of different backgrounds and opinions who nevertheless all work together. Our schools should be places where we and all children put aside all the differences that we have, and where we start working together for our common good and for our common goals. School should be nothing to be dreaded anymore. Children should not feel sick and get sick when they have to go to school. Schools should be places where the spirit of liberty, of freedom, of love, of joy, and of progress reside. Our schools should be positive places. This is obviously a big challenge because our schools have been designed also optically to be dark places. If we look at the way in which our schools have been constructed, the materials that have been used, if we look at the school desks, the school chairs, how each schoolroom has been furnished, then we have to ask the question, did we really build the best schools when we built them? Did we really give our children the best? Did we really assign budgets to meet the real requirements? Our school buildings need to be modernized and they need to be beautified. They are really very much outdated. Our children need to be comfortable and safe and secure when they are at school, and they need to be inspired. Transforming our current schools into places of healing, love and growth is a challenge. It could also be a major challenge, but it is a challenge which we have to take and which we have to master, because our children deserve it, and we got to invest heavily, and much more than we have ever done into our young people, into their current lives and into their future. Therefore, if we do not make plans to transform our schools into places of healing, also of love and of growth, then we just accept the status quo. And we have seen where the status quo has led us to. For example, here in England, it has led to the youth revolt, which many of us still remember, when young people just went out on the streets and plundered shops and set buildings and cars on fire, when there was so much violence, so much hatred and so much despair. We got to take our children out of this confinement of limitation and of despair, and give them what they really need to grow, to heal, and to be successful, and also to feel good. I advocate that our schools should be transformed into places of well-being and of happiness. I think it is important how our children feel, and that it is important that they feel good, and that also the teachers feel good. And if the teachers and the children feel good, then we have already created something good which will lead us forward and upwards.